Ciao, guys. Welcome back to the Artful Podcast. It's Matteo, your host. And before we go on with the new episode, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, support the channel like that. It's really important. And no further ado, let's go on with the show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Artful Podcast. I hope your week has been it's been a good week. What did I do this week? I had to bring down some exhibition that was happening here in Berlin, and it was part of this big project that I was part of as a curator, curator assistant, and yeah, it's been a good week. I've been researching a lot of artists. I've been reading about some artists that I'm interested to. Um, I'm going through a phase of maybe some changes, reflecting most of my time of um, about my practice. Um, yeah, I want to make sure that I do everything right, and I do everything at the best. So yeah, sometimes as an artist you go through these phases, and they can be a little bit challenging, because from what I do, um, yeah, you question a lot of your practice, and you know it can be a little bit demoralizing, but exciting at the same time, which is a weird combination. Um, and I suggest every artist to stop uh, every thought months when you're doing your artworks, to stop, take a step back, and think about what you're doing. Um, think about why you're doing what you're doing. Um, is it the right way you're doing your artworks, or it could be more challenging? It could push more the boundaries of drawings or paintings of printmaking. So anything that you do, um, try to push it even further. And yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking, which is seems like feels like that you're not doing enough. Um, but you know, it's a lot. It can be a lot. Because then when you get to the point that you know what you're doing, and you discuss, you had the talk with yourself, and you decide to do certain changes and certain stuff, or maybe carry on with what you're doing because you think that's the best way. um it's gonna be a lot of work after. It's gonna be a lot of work after, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy, but it's exciting. I suggest every artist to do this once in a while, because it will bring you down again. It will bring you need to just stop looking at your stuff, and just carry just have a fresh eye on your um practice. And I think that's really good to do, and have somebody to look at it. Have some other artists ask um opinion and feedback from about your artworks, about your practice, and discuss with the artists what you do. And that could be helpful. That's what I'm doing right now as well. I'm asking around what people think about my artworks, and they it's been productive. There are some people that give me really good feedback, and I think I will have to make some changes maybe. But yeah, right now I'm in the middle of doing this. But anyway, let's go on with the show. In this Artful News episode, we're gonna read about some articles and what's happening, and yeah, we're gonna have a reaction on what's going on. There is a couple of things that I want to discuss, especially one thing that happened in Miami last week, and maybe you already know about. But yeah, let's go on with the show. And here we are. Let's go and see what's happening. Oh, that's a lovely painting by Jean-Michel Foundation, says Louis Vuitton used part of artist painting La Grande Valle, unauthorized advertisement. Oh, okay. Drama. Let's go and talk about I think it was here somewhere. There we go. Everybody's talking about this right now, and we should talk about this too. There we go. The iconic Jeff Koons Balloon Dog is being destroyed in the Miami Art Fair. Well, one of the Miami Art Fair, and this brought a lot of attention to the art fair, to Jeff Koons. And I have a theory about this, but yeah, let's read the article and then we go through this together. So, iconic 42,000 Jeff Koons Balloon Dog sculpture accidentally smashed by art collector in Miami. This article is from Francesca Aiton, and it's been done last week. So yeah, this is the Balloon Dog, classic Jeff Koons artwork. This is one of the massive artists, one of the biggest artists that's out there. Yeah, so this is the sculpture that is being destroyed. Apparently, I didn't read the article yet, so but for what I know, for what I saw on social media and stuff, apparently an art collector, he was looking at this sculpture, and basically she wanted to kind of like see if the Jeff Koons sculpture was a real balloon, because it looked so real that she did not believe that wasn't a balloon, wasn't the balloon material. So she kind of like poke it a little bit, and it felt from the column that was holding the statue, and it broke. That's why I'm a little bit suspect of this, because the reason why she touched it. So, and then I'll tell you my theory. It's a little bit conspiratorial. It's a bit conspiracy going on, but conspiracies are fun. That's why people made up stuff like that, because they're funner than the real truth. So let's go and read the article. Jeff Koons Balloon Dog. Yeah. So an art collector in Miami gallery last Thursday evening accidentally knocked over the Balloon Dog sculpture by artist Jeff Koons. It fell to the floor and shattered. Luckily for the collector, insurance covered the cost of the price, which is something really important here in this. The 2-decade-old artwork was blue porcelain porcelain and stood roughly 15 inches tall. It was on display, part of the contemporary art fair, Art Winwood, accordingly to a report by Miami Halder Friday. So, yeah, that's what they said. When this thing fell to the ground, it was like how a car accident drove a huge crowd on the highway. That's what Stefan Gamson said. Attendees were left wondering if this was an accidental or possibly part of a performance piece, which is, I want to comment this as well, which is so funny. KOONS, spectacularly that the woman may have let curiosity get to the best of her. She has, however, been identified as an art collector. The smashed porcelain sculpture was a miniature version of KOONS' 12-foot tall Ballon Dog sculpture in Los Angeles, made of mirror polished stainless steel. Between 1994 and 2000, KOONS replicate the sculpture as a smaller series in a variety of color, size, and material. A massive orange version sold for 58 millions in 2013, as a report in Time magazine noted at the time. In 2016, another porcelain dog was demolished, and KOONS seemed to have little regard for the piece or the accident, as he said, "It's a shame when anything like that happen, but it's just a porcelain plate," he said. "We are really lucky then it's just object that got broken when there is a little accident like that, because they can be replaced." Really optimistic point of view. Still believe the broken piece could be worth a lot of money, and offer to buy the remaining shirt on spots. So they might still sell it even if it's broke. All this is just a commentary on the art commercial aspect. It's just crazy. So let's go on a couple of things. Let's comment this real quickly. Attendees were left wondering if was an accident or possibly part of a performance piece. So we got to the point that we don't even know what we are looking at anymore. It's why would it be a performance piece? Jeff Koons does not do performance piece, and if it was a performance piece, there was a horrible performance piece. It wouldn't make any sense. But there's no be side of art. It's they just assume there could be something like this done on purpose because art is blah blah blah. It's just comments on the it's a little comment on the art and like the status of art in general. The snobbiness of art. I don't want to say too much about that, but I wanted to just point it out. What else I was gonna say before I was gonna go with my conspiracy theory? It's a bit wasn't really. I mean, Jeff Koons is worth millions of dollars, and fair enough. And if it's a little statue break, it doesn't really get upset. But at the same time, the fact that this piece, it's not that important for him. Well, for what he said, but the problem in quotes for me is it's easily replaceable. So why am I paying 48 millions for something that even the artist thinks it's easily replaceable? So is it still art at this point, or is it just still, or it's just decoration for your house that's worth millions of dollars, which is fine, but are we still calling it art? Like, okay, what's art? Whatever. I'm just saying if the artist, he might be upset and not saying it because he doesn't want to do much. Like, what can he do at the end of the day? But a little bit bother, like a little bit. Like even in a comment like that, that's okay, fine. Nobody is getting hurt by this. But a little bit bothered, just maybe be like, oh guys, don't touch my art, maybe. Like it's really fragile, don't do it. Just say something like that, maybe. The fact that you just be, it's fine. We can replace this. We don't really need to, cry about this statue or whatever you call it. And um I don't like this kind of, if somebody touches one of my drawings and destroys in my drawings or my paintings, I'll go furious. Like, and okay, it's something that's an original piece, so it's one piece and no a repetition. It's not a print, or it's not. So okay, I cannot. Maybe I'm gonna get upset because I cannot um do the same drawing, exactly the same drawing by hand again. So maybe I get more upset. And this is a statue that he reproduced. Well, it's not even him anymore. He has like 10 assistants or whatever. Like he has assistants that do the work for him now. It's not gonna be him doing those statue anymore. Like when you get to the point, which is so weird, and then you buy 58 millions for a statue of an artist that technically maybe it did not even do. Because when you get this big, when there are people like this big, they have assistant working at the studio doing their stuff. Um, but yeah, it's a bit weird comment for me. And yeah, I'm nobody, and okay, fair enough, but I don't really like when artists are comments about they do comments about the art like this, because yeah, one of the reasons why I don't like, for example, Andy Warhol, it was comments about his art and art in general, that doesn't really make me like his art. And we can do an episode about that if you are lucky, if you want to. Um, but yeah, so this yeah, not like the comments. I think you should care more about your art. But anyway, let's go with the conspiracy theories. So this, I think, the destruction of this statue, I think it's been done on purpose. So this statue, I think the artist, with maybe the art fair, I think. So it does its publicity. Everybody's talking about this now. So it's publicity to the art fair. Maybe the artist and the art fair got together. And because when was the last time that you talk about Jeff Koons like this? It's been working the highest level for years now, for decades. And now it's kind of like, okay, cool. It's a Jeff Koons Balloon Dog, but it's nothing exciting anymore. And kind of bringing that excitement and remind of the artist as well. Like it's been for so long. There's been on the top of his game, which is fair enough. Congratulations. Um, that is kind of people are like, okay, okay. I don't feel the excitement for his stuff anymore. Um, So I think it was kind of to give a little bit. Well, apparently he can replace this so easily, so he doesn't really care if um it doesn't really matter if it breaks or if somebody breaks it. So yeah, I think this has been done on purpose to bring I to Jeff Koons again, talk about him again. His stock is gonna go higher for no reason again. Um, and they're gonna talk about the art fair again. Next year when the art fair is gonna happen again, there are gonna be articles talking about this every year and talking about, oh, remember in the Art Winwood art fair last year, somebody broke Jeff Koons balloon fair. So yeah, that's my tinfoil hat on. And I think this has been done on purpose to bring to talk about Jeff Koons again and fair, the art fair again, to bring free advertisement to this because um like it's the reason why I'm saying this is the reason why the statue is being touched on the first place. Like everybody knows this statue, especially if you go to an art fair, everybody knows his work, and it's not a real balloon. That's made of porcelain or of metal, and it just the artist or the whoever makes the statue makes it looks like a balloon. The shine, and it's so shiny, and so like the details of like when the balloon is like stretched out, it looks so real. So um I can see what she means by that. Like I wanted to see if the balloon was real. I wanted to see if it was anything else there balloon. And yeah, but you don't touch stuff like that. Like everybody knows it, especially if you go into an art fair, that's a Jeff Koons, and it's not made of rubber. Like that's so convenient to say stuff like that and to make it look like, oh, oopsie, I'm just, you know, touching the statue that I thought it was a balloon. And then um pushed it to the point that it fell down. Like it seems too much, too many things, too many stupid things happening in the road to make it look like it was an accident. And that's why I think um was done on purpose. That's saying that if it did, if the artist did, if Jeff Koons um, did on purpose, genius marketing, genius marketing. It was great. It's a statue that you can replace easily, or if it's not there, easily enough to break it. Um, yeah, genius marketing. Everybody's talking about him again. Everybody's talking about the art fair again. At least they know the art fair. There are so many art fair. People, they are just like, okay, cool. It's an art fair. They don't have a name for an art fair. When they go to an art fair, they just say, I'm going to an art fair. I'm not saying I'm going to this art fair. So genius marketing strategy from the artist and the art fair, because obviously they're going to be together in this. And great. If it was done on purpose, amazing marketing strategy. And yeah, with this, I think I just wanted to talk about this, guys. And it was a quick one this time, but I'm thinking about doing those. I'm thinking about doing this art news shorter than the interviews that I do on the channel, just because it's more fun, it's more easy for people to digest. And yeah, so don't forget, guys, to subscribe to the channel. Bigger the channel gets, bigger that artist that I can interview, and we can grow this channel together. It's fun making this video. I love interviewing artists, creating this community. It's amazing, and which I think artists don't have a community really, and it's something that is missing in the art world. We don't really help each other. We don't really, I mean, we some people do, and thank God they exist, but I think we're still scared of, if I'm helping him, he's gonna get it and I'm not gonna get it, which is really the wrong mindset. It's the wrong mindset. That's why I'm trying to do this and try to build this community. So subscribe to the channel, guys. Like the video, share it with everybody that loves art. And from the ARTFUL podcast, I'm out.